Alright, so it's been a while. Procrastination's a thing. Apologies for the delay on this video and all the other walkthroughs. But I'm going to finish Fall of Man first, and then I'm going to then finish the other two walkthroughs that are currently ongoing. Okay, from what I remember, the intel in this first level, the first piece of intel you pick up, is right in your path. The second piece is pretty easy to miss. Other than that, the intel in Cheshire is actually really easy to find. Like, if you end up finding all four on your first playthrough, that's pretty par for the course, I would say. I could be wrong, but the intel in this level is actually really easy to find. So the moment you start off, as you can see, there's going to be a hallway that you turn on and face, and through the dust clouds, there's going to be about, I don't know, 8 or 10. Okay, never mind. There's closer, like, I don't know, 13 hybrids in total that are in this hallway. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Okay, there's 9 hybrids. But I believe when you first start out, there's like 6 hybrids or whatever. And then once you walk about halfway down this hall to this doorway, more spawn in and run out. And try to ruin your day. At the end of the hallway to the left, there's some ammo. That's where we'll be going here in just a little bit. But I'm going to backtrack because there are some things that are really nice to have back this direction. Specifically off to the left from that hallway, but if you're from spawn, you immediately go to the right. There's some health packs, and over on the left, there's not much other than some carbine ammo. But this would actually be, this fence right here is actually where you do a out-of-map glitch to get right to the end of the level. Because actually, the end of the level is, like, right down in that general direction. It's, like, directly next to the start of the level. Which is, like, pretty par for the course for Insomniac. So... okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a bullseye tag trap in this room, because once you walk in, there are going to be a ton of leapers. I used that too early. A ton of leapers spawn in to try to ruin your day. Honestly, I would recommend backing up into the hallway. Just give yourself a little bit of space and use either the shotgun, the Rossmore, or the bullseye to take care of all those. That's not all of the leapers. I believe more spawn in. I could be wrong. It's been a very long time since I've actually played through this level normally, because in like the past like year and a half, 2 years, I've basically just been speedrunning this game. Like, I've exclusively... anytime I play this game, it's only been for speedrunning. So it's been a while. Ooh, jump scare. There's some health packs scattered around in these halls. Just keep an eye out for those. The moment you turn this corner, I believe you'll have a encounter with some hybrids. That one jumps out to the right. There's some more in the hall. You saw a steelhead walk by the door. Oops, not that guy is now. Turn around. We just came from there. I believe if you go down this hallway, there is some more grenades and such. Grenades and health. And some other ammo. Now, when you turn around, there's going to be some more hybrids that will spawn in, including a steelhead, if I'm not mistaken. But if you just throw a hedgehog grenade right around the corner, it takes out both of them pretty easy. Now, for the first piece of intel, there's going to be a hybrid that's going to walk in front of that door. or through the door across the way, so take him out pretty easy with the far eye. First piece of intel is right here on the floor. Really hard to miss unless you're just not really paying attention. But there's not much else in this little room other than the intel. And oh, hi, I forgot about you. There's also another hybrid that spawns... Oh, another couple hybrids that spawn in this hallway to try and entrap you. I don't know. I don't remember exactly where they spawn in. Probably down that hallway. But yeah, that right there is where we just were. These early chapters have like some of the best level design in this entire game. The later levels, specifically the tower and all that, don't have all that great level design. When you walk up to this doorway, a steelhead will walk out into the open there. Now, take note of the power cores that are on top of those rafters or support beams. Across from you, there are hybrids that are on the other side of this train car. So something you can do is you can shoot the one in the middle. Well, okay. Don't use the far eye because, well, kind of ruins it. I think you're intended to use the carbine to knock it down and onto hybrids below. But, oh well. In this room, once you get up onto this platform, there are going to be some more hybrids over there. There's an explosive barrel that you can take care of, or you can use to your advantage to take care of some of the hybrids. It's not super effective unless you shoot it with like the far eye to get it to explode immediately. Use these crates as cover and try to aim for the head. Alright, now I'm going to take this time to just walk around, look for ammo. I believe most of the ammo is on the opposite side of the room. And sometimes there are some stuff, like in this train car right here, there's a rifle grenade. I do not believe there's anything in this train car. No, there is not. Alright. Some health right there on the floor somewhere. I didn't exactly see it. Oh, there's also health right here. Didn't see that one. Okay, on the other side of that pillar right there, I do know there is a couple grenades, but first, turn to the left, walk forward to the train tracks to take care of some... okay, I have to go all the way across. That's right, I forgot. Okay, before we continue... Oh, in this train car, I almost forgot, there are some leaper pods. So, you can take care of those by just throwing a grenade inside there and backing away. So yeah, for those that explore, there's a little trap set for you if you're not really listening for audio cues. Going back to this pillar, some carbine ammo and a couple of frag grenades. In one of these train cars, I believe there is some more frag grenades. This train car, that's all at the end of the tunnel, or at least as far as you can physically go without clipping outside the map. Okay, continuing on into this hallway, there's a hybrid to your right. And some more in this room. If you had any hedgehogs left, this is where I'd recommend that you use them. Come on. There we go. The moment you walk through, there's a steelhead and another hybrid on the other side of that wall. You can just toss a nade back there to... Well, I was going to say easily take care of them, but it's not what happened. Another fragmentation grenade over here on the left side of the room. Not much else in here. Going back out to the hallway before we continue, there's some more shotgun ammo and all that down here. And then there's your first angel jump scare. If you're already on edge, like if this level puts you on edge, that would have just scared the shit out of you. Anyway, going back into the bathroom and continuing on. There's some explosive barrels you can play with here, but I would not recommend. Not much else in here to mess around with. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different hallway. Never mind. Ignore me at this point. Another jump scare. Now you have to deal with the slip skull. A new enemy. These things are annoying. Go over here to the left, across from the door, or beyond the door, there's some more rifle ammo. These guys latch onto walls and jump around. They have some... the weapons they use are not accessible to the player until a second playthrough. Okay. In this area, before we continue, after you take care of the slip skulls, go into the first door on your right. There's not much in here, but in the back left corner of the room, there's a tunnel that's bored out of the wall. Go through this tunnel into the second room, which, I mean, you could just go through the second door on the right, but this skips a trigger that you would hit that I believe would spawn in more slip skulls. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I played. Go into the third room through the second tunnel, and to your immediate right, there's a new grenade type and more intel. This is the air-fueled grenade. Next to it is the second piece of intel. And on this footlocker, or at least I'm assuming this would be used as a footlocker. I'm assuming this is really just a standard crate. There's 2 rifle grenades on that crate. And this door is locked from the outside, or closed, I should just say. Going back out into the hallway, we're going to go into the other rooms on the left side of the hallway. Not every room has anything. Like, there's this photo between these 2 beds. Can't really do anything with it. Can't destroy it. Going into the second room on the left, there's some health on the floor. And the third room on the left is also inaccessible. You'll continue walking forward. You get your first glimpse at a burrower. And normally, on a first playthrough, this soldier doesn't have anything next to him. However, on a second playthrough, he would have a weapon called the arc charger sitting next to him. Honestly, it's kind of useless. I don't really ever use it. Even on my regular playthroughs, I've never really used it. But it is used by a hybrid that isn't introduced till later. About halfway through this tunnel, you can see the surface. Not exactly what that's supposed to represent, but there's that, I guess. Alright, this next room is full of hybrids. What I like to do is bring out the far eye and just take out as many of these guys as possible. Which is actually... There's only 2. At least right now, there's only 2. It's not just take out as many as possible, just take out both of them as quickly as you can, because they can really ruin your day. Now, walking all the way up to the very top here, to this red light, you need to flip the lever that's underneath it to, I guess, I don't know, turn the power on, or, well, you're really opening up that door. And now through that door are some more hybrids. So you can bring the far eye back out if you put it away. You can use this to take out one of the hybrids from long range, and then bring out the carbine or whatever you like to use to take out the second hybrid at close range. Alright, in this last room, there's a rifle grenade and shotgun ammo. And then there's a map of England with, I'm assuming these pins are locations of Chimeran towers. I believe this is also seen earlier on in this level, but I don't exactly remember. Now, this is the final room of this particular level. In this room, there are a couple howlers on the bottom floor. Now, on a first-time playthrough, this room can be a little scary, especially if you are playing on a very dark screen, like if the game is super dark. But with the bullseye tag, you can very easily take out both the howlers with no issues. Or just mag dumping into each howler one at a time can take them out pretty easy. Anyway, continuing down into these halls, I'm going to go into the very back hall, and then go into these. I guess these are the generators, if I'm not mistaken. You just walk in to these levers, and the level ends. Alright, this level has no intel pickups, but does have a few skill points, but I'm not going after the skill points at this very moment. I will more than likely make a separate guide on skill points after this walkthrough has been after all my walkthroughs have been concluded. I will probably make another thing for skill points. Anyway, all right. The moment you're able to take control of Hale, there are going to be two hybrids that are going to approach you from the left. So what I like to do, especially when speedrunning, is take up the Rossmore and use a double shotgun blast. Or use the secondary fire to take both of those guys out. Another thing I like to use, bring out the Far Eye. And this room that was once dark is now full of hybrids. So what I like to do is use it to try to take out as many as possible, especially that steelhead across the room. Oh, wow, I missed. I'm bad. Now, when speedrunning, you'd normally just run across this room and just tank the damage. There's a guy up on the catwalk above you, so you can use a rifle grenade to take him out, or just deal with him when you get up there. What I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to backtrack for that rifle grenade that was to your right when you spawned it, or when you're able to take control of Hale. It's always good to have ammo, to have plenty of it. When speedrunning, you definitely learn how to conserve your ammo. And the quickest way to get up these stairs that I've found is to just jump. Sort of strafe and jump at the same time. Oh. I think you actually need to use the shotgun to detonate that barrel, but you can kill that hybrid with that barrel. Okay, when you walk back through this door... Or, excuse me, when you walk through this door, that's the door you walked through earlier. You walk through this door, on the right, there's a health pack, and on the left, down here, on the left of this area, there's another health pack, and there's nothing over here on the right, nothing down there. Alright, once you walk through this next door, there are going to be more hybrids that will spawn on that catwalk. Oh, there's a hybrid down there that opens that door across the way. And you cannot kill him at all. But the hybrids up on the catwalk you can take out with a couple of grenades. It's either once you take out all of them or 3 of them, because there are 4. There's a door behind me to the left that opens up. And inside this room are 2 or 3 hybrids? 2 hybrids. No, 3. Use the shotgun to take them out. And what you want to do is you want to walk either to the back of this room and get underneath this... I guess this is another generator or something. I'm not sure. Or you can do the speedrunner way and just jump down here. But the moment you walk through this opening, there are going to be more leapers that will spawn in. So I'll set a bullseye trap. Let some of them spawn in and release that bullseye trap. Something you can do is you can do what I'm doing right now and back away and just let them funnel through the through this opening, through this vent. Take them out easily. The moment you walk into the middle of this area, there's going to be more Just use the bullseye and let them funnel through. Or if you're like the world record speedrunner, you just tank the damage and just shove your way through here. Alright, that's all the leapers in this area. For now, there's more up ahead. There's a lot more up ahead. You'll see. Alright, let's go and get this door open. Alright, to the left, there are 3 steelheads to your left. They won't attack you until you walk through that door. At the base of the stairs, there's some shotgun ammo. At the top of the stairs, there are 2 health packs and some frags. What I like to do is take out the far eye. Toss a grenade down the hall to get them to be staggered. There are also some explosive barrels at the end of the hallway that you could have actually, you know, just did that. That's one way of doing it. That actually probably would have been the best way of doing it. The first 2 steelheads are pretty easy to take out from further down the hallway. The third is hiding right about here. And he doesn't get aggroed until you walk basically halfway through the hall. And through this door, there's a dead Black Ops soldier. And the Morse code that's coming through his radio, if I can find it, translates to Cloven en route, purge base of shift data once gray skin clear. And the Cloven are, in lore, if I remember correctly, Cloven are failed, basically, it's people who have been converted by the Chimeran virus, but not to the extent of the hybrids. Basically a failed hybrid. And I believe the Cloven were created by Dr. Malikov when I believe he was attempting to either create a super soldier or reverse engineer the conversion process. To, I don't know, maybe find a way to reverse it. Or in his research to find a cure for the virus itself. Now, once you walk about, I don't know, right about there are going to be some leapers that will come down from both sides of this opening. And once you walk down this way into the left, there are going to be a ton of leaper pods. Something I like to do, especially if you have a hedgehog grenade, because it's a lot better than the frags, but you can use the airfield grenades here, is you can toss one down there and try to take out as many of the leaper pods as possible. I would only recommend using 2 airfield grenades because you really want to save those for the last room of the last level. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to backtrack, or attempt to anyway. Okay, yeah, you can still walk through that, or walk back up that. But I'm going to backtrack and pick up the last couple airfield grenades that were in that crate next to that dead Black Ops member. Okay, it's just 1 grenade, but oh well. But once you walk about halfway through that area with all the leaper pods, they will begin to hatch. All of them will begin to hatch. So you really want to use your grenades to take out some of the leaper pods, because these things can kill you very, very quickly. So yeah, when you walk about halfway through, I'm going to go up here to the right, jump on these rocks. There's some health here. Just immediately turn left and go into this room. In this level, one of the first pieces of intel is right near the beginning of the start. Right near the beginning of the start? Really? Wow. It's right at the beginning. Not in this room, but in one of the next rooms. But this is, as stated in the cutscene before this level, or in between the last level and this one, this is basically just where all the British intel, like most of all of their documentation and research was done. But of course, hence the nameplate, this was Parker's desk. Okay, that paper's just gone. Wow. My voice. Still cracking 20 some odd years later. Alright. There's not much in this hallway. Just once you walk through this door, which this room is full of menials, but the moment you walk through this door, it will close and lock behind you. Oh. Also, you just take care of the menials with the explosive barrels at first, and then switch to the shotgun. Now, there are 2 more just to the right side of this door, which I'm actually going to go ahead and walk through. I mean, if you learned anything from Grimsby, just use the shotgun on the menials. Alright, on the table directly across from the door, there's your first piece of intel for this particular level. And now, if you kind of get stuck in here and don't really know where to go, you need to break this glass and walk into this area. Alright, so here is a part of the game that's a bit of a pain in the rear to do, especially on a first-time playthrough and if you're trying to rush through things. So really what you want to do is just break the glass, walk through to get the other hybrids to spawn in, toss an air-fuel grenade, and back up. Just back away. There are probably close to 20 hybrids in this area that are going to come through the door across the way. Actually, there's probably maybe like 10 or 15 in total. Wow, my aim is horrible. You'd think with speedrunning this game for like 2.5 years, I'd be good at it, but no. There's a steelhead in the hallway across the way, so just toss an air fuel grenade, take care of him. Walk back down the stairs, grab ammo. There is some hologram at the top of the stairs that I forgot to mention. Okay, there's actually probably, I don't know, actually there's way less hybrids than I thought there were. There's 4 here. And yeah, wow, there's way less than I thought there were. I swear there's way more hybrids when I speedrun this game. Alright, you can take out that to drop the barrels down, but they don't explode. They explode partway down. Oh, hey, there's a skill point that you can get. Which I actually don't remember what that one's even about. Let's go look. Alright, here it is. Passive aggressive. Kill 4 hybrids or menials with non-weapon damage. Okay, pretty easy. That one you might end up getting without even realizing or without even trying. So at the bottom of the stairs, just toss an air fuel grenade, because when you walk about halfway to 3/4 of the way down, a bunch of leapers will spawn in. They can be easily dealt with a single air fuel grenade. There's some health and rifle ammo and a rifle grenade, and to the left there's more frag grenades. Now this is the fun part. There's a leaper that's going to walk out from behind this crate. Easily take care of him. Now there are hybrids in this room to the right, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to backtrack and go to the room over here on the left. There are more, there's more rifle ammo. There's a rifle grenade in here. There's some breakable stuff, like these mugs, they're breakable. That's, I believe, related to a skill point, which also requires you to break all these windows. But what I like to do is crouch walk around these windows and take out the hybrids that walk out of this door. Now, as you might have caught a glimpse there is another hybrid down the hall. But in this room, this very first room on the right, there's your last piece of intel right here on a operation table next to a leaper corpse. So that's the last piece of intel for Cheshire. I used to call it Cheshire, but it's, I guess, apparently it's Cheshire. Alright, once you aggro those hybrids, they will start walking down the hall. There's about 4, like 3 or 4. Ooh, almost died there. You can easily take care of them if they're right here by air fuel grenade. On the room to the left, there's more ammo. There's not much else in here. There's another room with hybrids in it. You can just... Oh, that's not where I wanted that to go. That is not where I wanted that to go. That's where I wanted that to go. Alright, there we go. They're dealt with. Alright, something I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to backtrack and grab the rest of the air fuel grenades. Well then, I didn't realize I had already picked up all the rest. Alright, that was a waste of my time. Once you get to the end of the hall here, there's going to be a door that will not... Okay, once you approach it, it will open automatically. But on the room to the right, where the hybrid, or the last set of hybrids were, I mean, there's not much in here other than, well, for me, they're burnt to a crisp corpses and their weapons. Okay. This next room can be a bit of a pain, but what I normally do when I'm speedrunning is I will bring out the weapons that are used by the slip skulls. They're called Reapers. And what I would normally do is I would just walk up to the next enemy that's about to be introduced. There's a new enemy here called the Greyjack. But what I would normally do is I would walk up to them and then just spam melee, because it's the fastest melee in the game and it's the one that does the most damage. But since I don't have those, because since this is a first-time playthrough, I will just use the shotgun. Once you walk in here, the door behind you will close and lock, and this door will open. What you want to do is quickly do 2 shotgun blasts on... 2 secondary fire blasts on that Greyjack to save this guy. You really want to try to use him as a distraction. Try and not use any... I've never had that happen before. Do not use any grenades here, especially the air fuel. You want to save those for later. The reason I say you want to use this guy as a distraction, because the Greyjacks will target him first. But you want to be very quick on your reaction time. And you cannot do any damage to these guys until they step all the way out of these tubes. Okay. Alright, that's the last of that ammo. You can really just take out the bullseye and just take out the last 2 with the bullseye. It's for whatever reason, they gave you auger ammo and I believe far ammo. There's carbine ammo, never mind. Thought it was far and auger ammo in this room, which is really weird in my opinion. In my opinion, it would have been better had they actually put like another thing of Rossmore ammo in here, but oh well. I digress. Well, speaking of the devil, once you get about halfway up these stairs, there's some shotgun ammo right there, which would have been really nice to have like, I don't know, 30 seconds ago. Alright, this is the final room. There are a ton of hybrids in here. What I will do is I'll throw my last air fuel grenade right there. And before I continue, before I walk across, I'm going to immediately turn to the right, stay on this platform, and walk to the very end of this platform. Because there's an open train car here with more air fuel grenades in it. You really want to pick those up. Now, what I will highly recommend is save at least 2 air fuel grenades. Because you will really want them for the next chapter. For the beginning of the next chapter. Now, do not walk any further than about, I don't know, right there. You don't want to go any further than right about here. Because a burrower will come through that wall and spawn in a few more enemies. Not a ton, but a few. Use that barrel to take that guy out. Alright, that should... Didn't kill him? Really? Anyway, now that he's dead, continue walking. Oh, there's another guy over here. Toss an air fuel grenade down. Hey, it got some of them. He didn't get all of them, but he got most of them. Alright, and that's the end of the level.